Karaoke weekend at the Bartleby Beanery, session 3. Jean-Jacques and I sat at the bar, mulling over our beans and coffee. The floor was littered with bark from the cacao tree, but the place smelled like diapers filled with cigarettes. The bartender, Tomas, told me to brace myself, and I asked why. He said the moon would be out soon and sugar would rain down from the skylights. Jean-Jacques toasted to that and drifted into the crowd. A band began to play, and they were called the Electric Nose Sharks, and I don't know if they played music or just synthesized, reverberated banshee howls. A woman named Terry told me to loosen up, so I bought a couple of drinks. They were purple and smelled like hair standing on end. We drank until we fell into our cups. She told me she wanted my baby, and I told her I wanted her abortion. Tony Rocco, heavyweight champion of the hour, let me taste his knuckles for saying that. They tasted like smoked ham. I wandered out into the human sea of limbs, swinging like Jesus to the sound of my breath. The toothy Jasons were there, barking like mules and spinning their women like plates. Jean-Jacques found me with his oblong pupils and asked me how far down I was willing to go. I said pretty far, but I wanted to call my mother first. But when I tried, I heard her phone ring next to me, and I turned to see her licking the eyelids of Dean Martin's cousin's brother's best friend's best friend. I shrugged and walked, taking steps large enough to fill an ocean. I remember the glitter wafting through the room, how it felt to inhale and cough with each breath. I remember the snow-blind twins making love to me, then making like with me, then making ambivalence. Incredible. I remember seeing Bartleby himself, that gouty whore of a man. He was adorned with feathers and smeared with molasses and grinding his exposed ass on a wooden post, standing erect. And the band played their Baroque improvisations and blew smoke in our faces. And the cacao bark snapped and growled under our feet, and Jean-Jacques told me to let loose. There was a mechanical giraffe with a pinwheel head, and a cactus farmer who was only there for the violence. And Terry had my baby, but never my abortion. There was a maple syrup fountain, and I swam in it with Blackula, and we went to the Bolorama on the bar. There was a Chinese man playing banjo who fed me a chocolate coffin, and I spat in his face. And I remember the cops showing up, and I remember the cops getting naked and pouring beer on body. I remember riding in an ambulance with Jean-Jacques, and I remember it taking us back to karaoke weekend where the medics ate mescaline off my nipples. And we clapped and sang in the bathroom stalls where the real party was. There was a naked woman loving up 5 bikers from San Diego. She had cum in her hair, and I fell in love. The black lights sang to the paintings of Michelangelo fighting Godzilla, and a man-dog growled at me until I tap-danced off the bar into the arms of Tomas, who licked my ears and made me naked. And I remember the distinct feeling of happiness, but I don't know what that is anymore.